Efficiency.
What up? This is Wade with Efficiency. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, we're talking about money today. How is money affecting you in your life? Is it benefiting you? Is it harming you? Yeah, that's a question a lot of people don't think about. Is the money that I'm making, is the money that I'm spending, is it doing more harm than good? So let's walk you through this. A lot of people want to be rich. A lot of people want more than what they have. If you ask 10 people on the side of the road, hey, if you got a scratch ticket for $1 million, would you cash it in? Would you become a millionaire overnight if you had the choice, if you had the power to literally just run to the store, buy a scratch ticket, see that number there, and then turn it in for a profit? How many people would do that? I mean, shoot, I'd do that. I'm raising my hand right now. Are you raising your hand? So the reason for that, a lot of people are conditioned, whether it's from the media, the way we are raised, books, TV, advertisements, to always want more. I think that's one of those innate things. If we look at our lives in an evolutionary standpoint, of course we want more. That's how you survive. If we just lived with crappy health the rest of our life, nobody wants that. We want to improve. We want to get better. We want to feel better. There's a saying on the baseball field, if you look good, you feel good, you play good. Well, why do you think a lot of people wear suits? Why do you think a lot of people buy those cars that they can't afford? A lot of people are just trying to feel good by using their money. So getting on topic with this thing, take a look into your life. This is going to be a series of questions for you to evaluate your life, where you're at, where you want to be, and then also, just like we do with our efficiency coaching here at efficiencybook.com, where don't you want to be? If you can determine those three things, you are here. If you're on a map, you are here. Here's where you want to go. You want to go north? Cool. Let's not go south, east, or west. We're going north. You don't want to go southeast or west? Perfect. Let's go north. You are here. So using this as a snapshot into your life, what does that look like? Where are you financially? What does money mean to you? Now take some time. I definitely want to encourage you to write this down, pen and paper, if that's what you do. I use Evernote, the Evernote app. Again, I'm not getting paid for any of the stuff that I'm talking about here, at least not yet. Nobody's came from Evernote to say, hey, Wade, we want you to be an affiliate for Evernote. So when that day comes, I will give that disclosure. But I want to give you guys some free tools that can help you. Evernote's a great app that can help you write down notes, take notes, whatever. You can access it from your devices. Google, they've got the Google Docs, all that fun stuff. Get it from your phone, get it from your laptop, whatever. Or old-fashioned pen and paper. But here's the thing. Here's the secret. If you guys want to know something, most of this stuff doesn't come true unless you write it down. Most of this stuff doesn't come true. Everybody knows what they need to do, but not everybody does it. Everybody knows that, we're supposed to save more than we spend. We're supposed to eat healthy and exercise. Yeah, those things are all easy to do. But just like Jim Rohn says, things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. So being able to go through this exercise really quick, take 5 minutes. It's going to change your life. So write down this, where am I financially? What does money look like for my life? Then if you can look at the background of how did this view of money, how was it formed? Was it my parents that influenced me? Was it, my best friend? Was it my neighbors? Was it TV? Most people, it's probably a culmination of a lot of things. But how does money affect you? Where did your views come from? That's going to establish the you are here. Where are you on the map? What's that pinpoint look like? The next, simple, where do you want to go? I talk to a lot of friends, I want to get rich. Okay, well, what does rich mean? Rich, you can't go to the bank and say, here's my check, now I'm rich. No, you've got to have a defined amount. So this goes back to my definition of success. Success, again, is setting and achieving measurable goals. We use the SMART goal system here at Efficiency. If you're unfamiliar with that, efficiencybook.com, jump on my calendar, I'll walk you through that. But as far as the SMART goals, it's the same thing for finance. Well, do you want your bank account? How many zeros do you want it to have? Do you want it to have 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, 4 0, 5, 6? I was reading a book the other day. I'll go ahead and piss a lot of people off. That's the thing. When you get to be speaking truth, a lot of people don't like hearing the truth. So I'll go ahead and speak the truth, and hopefully this loses a couple people that weren't really, wanting to improve their life. We don't need them following this podcast anyways. But Donald Trump's book. Yep, I went there. Donald Trump's book. So whether you like him, love him, hate him, neutral, whatever. He wrote a book, something about how to kick ass in business, something like that. I'll give you the brief overview. He does a quiz in there. How rich do you want to be? If you had a choice, again, same analogy I'm using with the scratch ticket. If you want to be a millionaire, would you cash that ticket in? So his little quiz is, how big do you want to dream? How big do your goals want to be? How much do you want to get paid for that? Do you want to make $50,000 a year? Do you want to make $100,000 a year? Do you want to make $1 million a year? Do you want to make $1 billion a year? So he goes through this quiz, all these different questions. And if you're not answering, I want to be a billionaire, I want to do the most, I want the best, I want the biggest, I want the most. So without sounding totally egotistical, and that's why, I hesitated at saying, well, Donald Trump wrote this book. Okay, if I put it this way, a very successful billionaire, now president of the United States, gave this quiz, and you can be super successful if you follow this formula. Would you do it? Well, half of you will, half of you won't. Again, the easy things that are to do are also easy not to do. Write this stuff down, figure out your life, figure out where you're at, where you don't want to be, and where you do want to be. So as far as money, once you establish where you're at, where do you want to be? Using a SMART goal, do you want to be a billionaire? Do you want to be a millionaire? None of these answers, I could give two shits less what you choose. That's for you and yourself to choose. There's a lot of people out there, and again, if you interviewed 100 millionaires and asked them, are you rich because of luck, or are you rich because you decided you wanted to be rich? They're going to favor the answer of I decided to be. I did something about it. There's a lot of people that just go about life, well, this is somebody else's fault. This is happening to me. Well, here's the truth, though. Life, it can happen to you, or you can do something about it. If you're proactive in your life, that's what I try to teach my students here with efficiency. If you're proactive, if you're able to define where you're at, where you don't want to be, and where you do want to go, life, it's going to happen no matter what. The sun's going to come up, sun's going to go down every single day regardless. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do with that? So the people that are millionaires, they're choosing to do something about it. So if you want to be a millionaire, great. Keep listening. Write this down. Do this activity. If you want to get out of debt, if that's your goal, that's quite all right. Dave Ramsey made a killing capitalizing on people in debt. He's written so many books. He's done a lot of helpful radio programs, definitely a bunch of different courses of how to get out of debt. Well, if we're using Dave Ramsey's snowball effect, how to get out of debt, this is where I want to go, I want to be out of debt. Dave Ramsey says, eliminate all your debt first. If you want to get your savings, get your emergency fund established first, get out of debt, then we're going to build our wealth. Then we're going to get more rich. So what does that look like for you? I don't know. I don't care, but I will help you get there. If you have specific goals, efficiencybook.com will help you get there. So your goals are going to be different than mine, and that's why, again, success for me is setting and achieving goals. Success for you, that can look different, but for what I'm going to be talking about with this podcast, what I'm going to be talking about with my trainings on efficiencybook.com, it's going to be about setting and achieving goals. So how many digits do you want in your bank account? That's for you to decide. That's not for me to decide. But if you want to get there, I'll help you get there. If you want to stay where you're at, stay where you're at. Doesn't affect me either way, but the honest to God truth, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see you succeed. I want to see you grow every single day. I want to see you be inspired. That's why I'm getting on here, putting myself out there. Guys, I hate talking in public. I'm the biggest introvert. After going to the grocery store, I have to go home and take a 3-hour nap. So the fact that I'm putting myself out here, I'm doing it for you guys. I want to see you grow. I'm pushing myself to grow. So this is one of those things to be mutually beneficial. Get in a mutually beneficial business partnership. If we're looking at business, you want to make sure it benefits you as well as the people around you. Same thing with relationships in life. If you're always taking or if you're always giving, somebody's going to get shortchanged and eventually get burnt out. So keep that in mind. So staying on topic with the efficiency hacks for money, what's your views? Where do you want your bank account to be? How are you going to get there? That's the next one. And if you can put this down in the SMART goal format, again, there's free SMART goal training, efficiencybook.com. I'll put the link in here. But SMART goal training, again, it's so easy not to do. That's why, how many people do you know? Look at your friends. How many of them have more money than they know what to do with? How many of them have less money and they want more money? Take that as a good guide, good measure of where you're at. They say you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. Well, are you hanging around with broke people? Are you the richest broke person? Are you the poorest rich person? Either way, you're going to have goals. You're probably not happy with where you're at. That's evolutionary. That's where you want to be, is always in a growth mindset. Look at a tree. If a tree's not growing, it's dying. So think about that. If your bank account's not growing, well, staying the same. In America, inflation, can you keep up with that 3% increase each year? Oh, my investments, it's a 7% ROI. All right, well, 7% better than negative 3%. So if we're just having our money sit in the bank, inflation's taking away 3% of our buying power each year, I'll take that safe investment of 7%. So again, I'm not licensed. I'm not going to give you financial advice. I want to educate you and motivate you. I want you to set goals and achieve goals. So define your view on money. What is your view? Why is it that way? What do you want it to be? What's your game plan to get there? So these are those questions I want you to write down, have an answer for. If you don't have an answer, that's okay. If there's this burning passion inside of you that's firing up right now, wait, I want to get out of debt, but I just don't know how. All right, well, you are here. You want to get out of debt. You don't know how. That's okay. That road, that's why there's people like me in the world to help you come up with a game plan using SMART goals, using our proven efficiency coaching system to get you to where you want to be. So if you want to get out of debt, if you want to add more zeros to your bank account, if you want to come up with a game plan, maybe you want just a third party to view your game plan, I'm not here to critique it. I'm here to ask you the tough questions that most people don't have the balls to ask themselves. Is this plan going to work? Why is it going to work? And if you answer, well, because I'm good, because it's me, because of this or that, cool, let me tear it apart. If it's truly going to work, no questions will bring you down. They'll just motivate you. It's going to be that confirmation that I'm going on the right path. I'm heading north. I want to be heading north. I'm heading north. That's my question. Are you heading north? Are you doing what you want to do to get out of debt? Is that a proven method to get out of debt? If you can answer yes to those questions, what do you have to worry about somebody coming into your life and keeping you accountable? A lot of people are afraid of accountability because they're going to fake it. A lot of people say fake it till you make it. I think part of that's true, but part of it's not. So anything that's not 100% true is therefore false. So having the intentions, having the action plan behind it, you can say all day long, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. But if you do nothing about it, you're not going to be a millionaire. If you say, I want to be out of debt, but you're not doing anything to get out of debt, you're going to stay in debt. So wrapping this thing up, is money helping you or hurting you? Well, let's look at the first aspect of this. How are you getting your money? Write it down, answer the question, how are you getting your dang money? So if you're able to define, well, for me, I've got several different income sources, One's a salary job, one's investments, another's my business. I've got a couple other side projects I'm working on. Is that making me rich? No. Is it multiple streams of income? Yes. For some people, it's one stream of income. There's other people that don't have a stream of income. Wherever you're at, that's okay. Just measure where you're at. Whatever you measure grows. If you want to have more zeros in your bank account, measure where you're at. Measure where you want to get to. If you want to make that bank account a positive rather than a negative, I shouldn't laugh because this is somebody's situation. I have been divorced. I have been broke. I have lived on couches myself. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but what I am saying is I've followed this plan and it's proven. If you can define where you're at, where you want to go, where you don't want to go, and move in the direction of where you want to go, guys, it's super simple. But things that are easy are also easy not to do. So where's your money coming from? Is it the most simple and most effective way to get there? That's efficiency. Efficiency is being simple and effective. We can have these complicated formulas, but who's that helping? If doing one thing gets you the same amount of money, do the one thing. I think it was Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, I forget who, but they say, I like to hire the laziest person out there because they're going to find the easiest, most cost-effective way to get something done. It's okay to be lazy if your goal and your intentions and your actions are about efficiency. If you want to become efficient in what you're doing, be lazy. Not to the point where you don't do anything. There's a difference between just being somebody that sits on their ass and somebody that does something about it. I work hard so I can be lazy later. Dave Ramsey says, work hard now so you can live like no one else now so you can live like no one else later. So what does that mean? Well, if you want to retire young, you're going to have to work harder, save more money than people that are trying to retire old. So it's all about a mindset of where are your goals? Where do you want to be? And this is why we write them down so you can measure it, see it every single day, and have an action plan. Our action plans can change. Our jobs can change. So getting back to, well, what are my streams of income? What are my streams of income doing for me? If your sole purpose in life is to pay your bills and then die, maybe you retire somewhere in there, supposedly. The stats are that you die within 5 years of retiring, so that's not where I want to be. I'm always going to have some sort of purpose and meaning, fulfilling role in this world. Not saying that people that retire have no role in this world, but the thing about that is most people do end up dying after they retire. You can say it's age, but really, we're dying when we're 65, 70 years old. We've got the best medicine in the world, best technology in the world, and we can't break it past 71 for a couple of years. Let's enjoy life all the way throughout. We'll talk about that with some more episodes, but being able to define what you're doing to get your money. This is where I'm saying earning money could be killing you. So literally, if you're working manual labor and you're tore out your knee the other day, now you tore out your shoulder, now you've got this just chronic pain and bones are grinding on bones, you have no ligaments left, and that's all you know how to do. Is that efficient? Are you going to kill yourself just to pay your bills? Find something that you love. So what is your job costing you? Not what is it giving you. Guys, I made a decent amount of money with a previous job. I hated that job. I was unfulfilled. I was stressed. I was working a lot of hours and not getting any reward except for here's your paycheck, go buy your house, go pay your taxes, go buy your truck, go pay your taxes. And it's a sick cycle. So realizing that I could make half the money, do half the work, and be twice as fulfilled, that was a pretty good deal for me. So being able to define what your strengths are, what they're getting you, is your job giving you an ROI? Are you getting a return on investment with the job that you're doing? You're going to get paid no matter what you do. As long as you're benefiting society, society pays you to benefit it. So if you can find something that benefits society, you're going to get paid for it. So if you're not making money, I'm not saying you're not beneficial. Just like Jim Rome says, you're still beneficial as a human, but you're not beneficial to the economic market. And fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you view life, you're getting paid or not getting paid based on the value you bring to the market. So listen to our previous episode on, the economy and how to get more money that way. But we're talking about efficiency here in your finances. What are you doing to kill yourself to just get money? Maybe you've got the best job in the world. Maybe you want to keep going that route. Maybe you want to double it. Maybe you want to triple it. That's for you to decide. So what are you doing to get that money? And is it rewarding? Is it fulfilling for you? How much money do you need? A lot of people don't have budgets. They don't track how much money's coming in or out. Well, that's fine and easy. It's stress-free until your bank accounts gets to zero. If you're stressed while making a budget, take 15 minutes and get on my calendar. I'll show you a stress-free way to do that. efficiencybook.com/book-a-coach. So what are you doing to get money? Then what are you doing with that money? Is that money, we spend money, we save money, we hold on to money, we buy crazy hats. I don't know what the hell we do with our money. For me, after softball, I'll go have some beers. Now, 1 or 2 beers, that's fine. Look at the statistics on that. Okay, cool, lowers blood pressure. But if I'm around a bunch of alcoholics, then I start drinking and I have kidney and liver failure and I start getting an expensive habit where I'm buying, a case of beers each week. Now, is that benefiting me? Am I using my money to invest in my health, or am I using it to cope with something? That's a lot of addictions, is we're just trying to replace, something God gave us in the first place that was beautiful, and then we're trying to replace it because we either lost it or never really had it. So, for example, a relationship, a lot of people end up turning to drinking after losing a relationship. Whatever that is, I'm not going to pretend to be a psychiatrist. I'm not going to be a counselor. Again, I'm a coach. I'm a certified life coach. I'm not here to diagnose. I'm here to ask questions to help you benefit yourself. So if the reason you're drinking, is it helping you? Is it hurting you? Celebrating a team win, maybe soaking up some sorrows after getting your ass kicked in softball. That's what I typically do. But spending that money, that costs money. Eating out, you can buy the whole bottle for probably about as much. Say you get a Jack and Coke, you can probably buy a bottle for about 2 or 3 of those drinks if you're going out to the bar. So think about that. You're working so hard to buy 3 drinks rather than an entire bottle. Drink at home then. So look at your life. Here's another question to write down. What are you spending your money on? And how is it helping you? Then the flip side, again, where are you going? Where don't you want to go? How is it hurting you? What are you spending your money on? What's helping you? What's hurting you? If you can answer those 2 questions, that's going to really give you a guidance of here's where I'm at. Again, having that pinpoint, here's where I'm at, here's where I want to be, here's where I don't want to be. Well, it's your choice at that point. You can blame life, you can blame 24 hours in a day, but everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. What you choose to do in between the sunrise and sunset is up to you. So if you can define, I want to be moving forward or I want to be moving backwards. Again, not making a choice typically means moving backwards, by the way. So if you're able to look at it from that standpoint, the power's all on you. Check out one of our previous episodes on being the cause of our own problems. If that statement rang true to you, this should be easy. If that was a tough pill to swallow, don't listen to any more episodes. I'm not the voice that's going to help you improve your life. But if you're motivated by this, if it's that little push that pisses you off but motivates you at the same time, good. That's what I'm hoping for. If it's that push that comforts you and gives you that affirmation that you're going in the right direction, that's exactly what I want to do. So, where are you at with your finances? What are you doing to make your money? How is that money being spent or saved? A lot of people are stressed about, well, I don't want to go into bankruptcy. I don't want to go into debt. Well, what are you spending your money on? Again, if we're talking about bottle service, if you're going out drinking, spending $100 a week on eating out when you can be spending $25 a week eating healthier at home, take a look at your finances. What are you spending your money on? Why are you spending your money on that? If you can answer why are you spending your money on that, if you literally have to ask yourself that every time you make a purchase, do that for 2 weeks. See what happens. Your life's drastically going to change. Why am I buying this from Walmart? Why am I buying this from the grocery store? Why am I buying this from Amazon? If you can answer those questions, you're either going to think that you're an idiot, or you're going to think you're a genius, or maybe a little mix of both. That's usually how it is for me. So don't think that I have this all figured out. I still have to question myself. Why am I buying these shocking dog collars so I can not just tase my dogs? I'm not going to tase my dogs, but they are the ones that do the sound warning and then also the vibration. Why did I just spend money on those? Because I want to train my dogs a little bit better when they're off leash. I want to train them a little bit deeper in the training I've already done. So I'm not perfect. I'm always trying to improve. My finances aren't where they need to be, where I want them to be. Am I moving in that direction? Guys, guess what? Sometimes I'm not. There's a lot of times that I'm taking steps backwards, maybe leaps backwards. But then there's times that, maybe I do make some good financial decisions. So that's why I can't say I'm going to come in and be the expert in your life. You know your habits, the deep ins and outs of your life. You're the expert in your life. I can't come in and be a consultant and say, oh yeah, you should just do this, this, and this with your money. No, you know what's best for you. You know what motivates you. You know what is going to be a true ROI. For one person, an ROI is buying a swimming pool. For another person, that's the dumbest thing in the world. So being able to evaluate yourself, again, that's what I'm here to do as a life coach. Ask you those questions. Is this benefiting you? Why is it benefiting you? The truth is, a lot of people can get by and have success without a life coach. But the reason that they're not successful is, again, because it's easy to do. It's also easy not to do. So if this motivated you, if you're looking for some accountability, share this with somebody that can benefit from it. Give me 5 stars. Give me 1 star. I don't care. Just give me a rating out there. This is Wade with Efficiency. Hope this helps your life become more simple and effective.
Efficiency.